found ways to encourage us, guide us, and remind us that we were capable of more than we realized. Your patience and dedication helped shape the people we are becoming today. To the graduating class, I hope you recognize how much strength you already carry within yourselves. The world we are stepping into is constantly changing, but our generation has already proven that we can adapt to change. We've learned how to keep going during uncertainty. We've learned how to connect, learn, and grow in new ways. That ability will take us far. As we move forward into the next stage of our lives, let's continue building each other up instead of tearing each other down. Let's celebrate each other's successes. Let's lead with kindness, determination, and courage. And let's never forget that every great achievement begins with someone willing to believe they are capable of more. Today, we are not just students receiving diplomas. We are graduates, we are leaders, we are individuals with dreams, talents, and futures waiting ahead of us. And while this ceremony marks the end of one journey, it also marks the beginning of another. So class of 2026, be proud of yourselves, be proud of how far you've come, and excited for how far you're capable of going. Congratulations, graduates, we did it. Next, we will hear from Naomi De Silva, our student who wants in law, after which Mr. Telford will present his senior.
teenager, she just wasn't struggling in the school, she was homeless. She slept on friends' couches when she could. She rode the subway at night just to keep warm. Most people would have looked at her life and said, that's the end of the story. But it wasn't. At one point, she made a decision, a simple but powerful one. That is not how my story ends, was her thought. She went back to school. Not only did she go back, she completed 4 years in 2 years. And then something almost imaginable happened. She was accepted at Harvard University. From sleeping on trains to walking into one of the most prestigious schools in the world, her name is Liz Murray. And when people hear her story, they often focus on the dramatic change from before and after. But the real story is in the middle. It isn't the small daily choices she made when no one was watching, is what they were, and that is choosing to show up, choosing to keep going, choosing to believe that her future would be different from her past. And that's the message for today. Your starting point does not determine your finish line. Some of you have had every advantage. Some of you have had to fight for every inch. And most of you are somewhere in between. But all of you have one thing in common. From this moment on, you get to choose what happens next. Not your past, not the expectations of others, and not even your doubts. Your choices. So as you leave here today, remember Liz Murray, not because her story was rare, but because the power she used is available to each one of you. That is the power to decide. I would just like to thank all those who have helped make this possible. I'd like to recognize our board chair, Carissa Coates, our district office people, particularly these three that are here today, and Guy Wainsgard, Superintendent Wilson, Keith Jackson, and Jason Lawrence. We travel with them occasionally, and we get to see all the effort they put to make days like this possible. And in between these last 2 graduations, we were discussing other challenges that face our district. They work tirelessly in your behalf. And as what's been said here is all those out here that have helped you arrive here tonight, please take a moment and thank them. You someday will be a parent, and that will make more sense to you then. And we'd like to obviously acknowledge Principal Telford and the Bonneville online staff for you helping these young people achieve this goal. So, Principal Telford, on behalf of the Bonneville School Board of Trustees, I accept the graduating class of 2026. Congratulations.
Noah John Acosta. Jacqueline Aguilar. Connor Theodore Anderson. Paisley Ireland Anderson. Cooper Michael Andrews. Jillian Caroline Andress. Hannah Elizabeth Angelo. Blair Allen Baker. Addison Christie Banner. Natalie Renee Brighton. Megan Rachel Butekofer. Lely Ann Catalan. Samantha Grace Selner. Riley Nicholas Clark. Melanie Da Silva. Tiffany Rose DeBoer. Blair Elizabeth Durfee. Brooklyn Kimberly England. Larissa Janelle Estrada. Jackson Lee Ford. Hennessy K. Greer. Christian Nephi Brune. Emma Kepton. Kenyon Yvonne Keating. Cassius Rose Harris. Holden Garrett Hess. Morgan Lynn Higley. Justin Isaac Jean Hinckley. Kaya Lee Holloway. Kimberly Juarez. Kylie Marie Kokochansky. Mackenzie Clara Cole. Sawyer Bruce Larson. Destiny Nicole Matthews. Noelle Jocelyn Mon. Reagan Kinley Morris. Kyson W. Meter. Sadie Ray Nyber. Emma Kaylin O'Connor. Phoebe Joy O'Connor. Brinley Shauna Orm. Julio Joel Ortega Love. Nina Gabriela Ortiz. Elias Athric Robert Raymond Katagimas. Logan William Park. Isabel Amber Phipps. Annabelle Lee Poole. Brooklyn June Porter. Sophia Ramos Farias. Alondra Reyes. Donovan Andrick Ruiz. Haley K. Ryan. Bailey Renee Sadler. Arena Nicole Sansbury. Jason Allen Shaw. Casey